Back Tony is back, and today we're talking about lower back pain. And let's face it, this affects really just about anybody out there. And if it hasn't yet, it will in the not too distant future. But there's a lot of things you can do to take care of your back.
Lots of things, lots. It's the number one reason that people actually go and see a doctor is for lower back pain. And we talked about this in the show before about the importance of spinal hygiene and the type of lower back pain that I'm talking about, because it's a complex issue. There's lots of reasons, but the pain I'm talking about, a 14-year-old can have it, or a 70-year-old can have it. And what it is when these big joints in your lower back, they're called your SI joints, they come out of alignment. And when they're out of alignment, you're gonna have pain off to one side. Depending on how severe, you can have radiating pain down your leg, sciatica, very debilitating, but it's preventable.
Wow. Now, I hear sciatica all the time. People say they have it. What exactly is it?
Okay, so nerves are like your electrical system of your body. So nothing works unless it has a nerve going to it. Just like an outlet is not going to work unless it has a wire going to it. So when those nerves don't like to be irritated, you ever hit your funny bone and your arm tingles?
All the time.
All right, it's not very funny, right?
No.
All right. So the sciatic nerve is made up of a group of nerves that come out of your lower back, but they run through your pelvis, through your buttocks. When the nerve is being compressed, whether it's actually being compressed from a disc, a bone, or just inflammation or swelling, and that's the one I'm talking about. A lot of people, whether they have a sedentary job or a physical job, they have pain in their lower back, usually off to one side. The majority of people have it, and it comes and goes depending on what you've been doing. And the reason that happens is the soft tissue that holds that joint together becomes weak. Let's say it's somebody who's been sitting all day and they sit with poor posture.
Yeah.
Well, all day you're sitting with poor posture, stretching those soft tissue of your lower back. It would be equivalent if I took your elbow and all day long it was pushed the wrong way. Right. And then when you go to get up, it's like, ah, and then once they get up and they move around, like, ah, that feels a little better. And the reason why you're crooked to one side, if you sprained your ankle, you wouldn't want to walk on that ankle.
Exactly.
So when you sprain your lower back, it's usually off to one side, and then you'll see a person like leaning to that way or kind of shuffling along because they don't want to put pressure on that. Yeah. And again, it's preventable with proper posture, both when you're standing, like you got great posture, when you're sitting, when you're sleeping, proper biomechanics when lifting. If people just one day bent their knees every time they were gonna pick something up, by the end of the day, their legs would be sore. Yeah. Like, oh, my legs are so sore. But what they do is they're picking up all day long, bending at their lower back. And that biomechanically is wrong, and eventually is gonna lead to problems.
So when they do come to see someone like yourself, how fast can you get them to turn around? Like, obviously, it's going to depend on the severity of what's happening, but for the most part, this is something that you could treat and fix.
Yeah, it's real easy to treat it because when this joint's not working properly aligned, it's like when your car, when it's out of alignment, it's not going to work right till you realign the car. It doesn't matter what you do with it. Same thing with the body. When it's out of alignment, what a good chiropractor is going to do is going to adjust that joint and get it to function better. He didn't resolve the problem, he just treated the symptom. Now, if you want to control the symptom and control the problem, you have to practice good spinal hygiene. You have to work out, you have to do stretches, you have to do strengthening, you have to keep that joint strong because lower back pain is debilitating and it affects your quality of life.
It really does, and it's a chain reaction too, because what happens if your back's not in alignment? Well, now you're shifting your body weight, so your knees, your ankles, it's just going to open up everything.
Everything, and it can lead to neck pain, and you can hurt your back like we talked about the teeth, for example. Somebody can get punched in the face and have a tooth knocked out, or you can not take care of your teeth over years and they can fall out. It's the same thing with the spinal column. You can have a trauma, whether it's in a sport, whether it's in a car accident, but a lot of people have never had traumas, never had a car accident, and they still suffer from lower back pain, and it's that same thing. If you're not taking care of your spine on a daily basis, if I said to somebody, hey, did you brush your teeth today? And they would say, no. You'd be like, whoa, hey, it's the same thing if you're not stretching and strengthening your back on a daily basis after you've been working, whether it's a sedentary job or a physical job, it's the same thing. Tension builds up in the muscles become weak, you get the pain, and the pain varies depending on what's actually happening in your life that day or that week.
Well, Doc Tony, thank you so much. Those are some great tips. And I know a lot of people are home, they're like writing down, like, wait a minute, I have this, this, and this.
I did do a video, and you can go to YouTube, Doc Tony Lower Back Stretches and Strengthening Exercises. It's something that you can do on a daily basis to stretch your spine and to keep your spine strong, which will not only help improve what's going on if you're having a problem, but it'll help prevent a problem. If you're having something severe right now, go see a doctor, find out exactly what's going on. And if you're not having anything severe, start implementing these things into your life. Spinal hygiene is where it's at. Take care of your back on a regular basis. And if you are ever injured in a car accident, call me, Doc Tony, at 1-800-DOC-TONY. God bless you, Jacksonville.
Well, thank you so much. Again, we appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Always a pleasure.
Our pleasure. I learned a lot. Stick around, more to come right after this.